Welcome to the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast, the show where we shine a light on the incredible businesses, community leaders and local legends that are shaping our town of Bishop Stortford. I'm your host, James O'Donnell, and today we are joined by Gordon Morrison, the co-founder of Helping Herts. Gordon, great to have you on the show.
Yes, it's great to be here.
For those of us who don't know who you are or what Helping Herts is, who are you and what do you do?
Okay, starting off with myself, I spent most of my life in the construction industry. I sold that business in about 2000, and then I moved into farming. So I'm now officially a farmer based in Much Haddam, growing arable crops, vines, trees, a multiple number of crops. And I have decided that because I was able to, I have devoted a lot of time into the charity sector. I've chaired CLIC Sargent, which is now called Young Lives versus Cancer, which is a UK-wide charity supporting kids. And I established a charity called World Child Cancer, which supports kids with cancer in the developing world, where survival rates before we get involved are 5 to 10%. After we get involved, they're up at 60%. So tremendous impact. And when COVID arrived, I decided to divert my attention to helping young people in Hertfordshire. So that's me. That's a very brief background of me. Do you want me to describe Helping Herts to you?
Yes, and I think probably a lot of us are aware of it through the social media work and the different events that are happening. But how did it start? What was the spark? You mentioned it, you started it in COVID.
The spark was a lot of charities, when COVID arrived, lost their main fundraising streams. They lost their events, they lost their shops. We felt, Jim Tatchell, who is my co-founder, and I decided that we could perhaps help them in the social media side, help with awareness. A lot of people talk about social media, not many people actually use it for any benefit. There's lots of people use it for negative purposes, but using it for benefit. So we felt we didn't actually have the knowledge. We decided we would find that knowledge, and we've done that, and we've got a team around us, and we're now delivering a tremendous benefit to children across the whole of Hertfordshire, not just Bishop Stortford. So maybe just to explain what Helping Herts actually is, we unite 12 children's and young persons charities, that's from 0 to possibly 24. And we got them working together to create events like the Great Big Walk for Hertfordshire, skydiving, a number of things that are probably too big for a charity, a small regional charity on its own to do. So we've put that together. We've got 12 charities working with us, and we're able now to make a real difference to people across Hertfordshire, raising in the order of £300,000 annually, which is very significant even among 12 individual charities.
And it's fantastic to see the charities coming together and supporting each other in their endeavours as well, and probably pooling knowledge as much as pooling.
Well, we feel that is one of our unique strengths. Mm-hmm. Very seldom do you see charities working together. I personally have experienced, I've tried to get charities in the past working together, and they all see each other as competitions. With the children's approach we're taking, there is a common cause, and the more we talk about it, the more the awareness and the more people that get involved.
I see. And the other thing that I've noticed from a commercial perspective of working with charities is sometimes it's quite difficult to get anything happening. It's quite slow, very procedural in how they're set up because of how you have to set a charity up. But you seem to have made a massive impact in just a few years.
In just 4 years, yeah. A lot of the small charities are quite reliant on local authority funding, and that doesn't tend to move very quickly. We are totally independent of that. We find our own funds, and we're able to, we have a small team, and we're able to make decisions. We've got 3 trustees, and we don't have long, lengthy meetings. We have a phone call each or swap emails, and the decision is instant. As you say, there's a lot of people get themselves stuck in process, and we're determined to just deliver.
What's coming up for Helping Herts then? What does the next 12 months look like?
Well, we've got some very exciting news, which is not totally in the public domain yet. We've been approached by the Lord Lieutenant's office to see if we could help with knife crime, which is obviously a very serious priority across the whole county, in fact, across the whole country. So we've looked at that, and we believe that the actions you need to put in place to stop knife crime would also stop youth violence, stop drugs, stop basically all the undesirable aspects of life. So we're looking to launch that the middle of next year. So that's going to be a major focus for us. And Helping Hearts will be the coordinator. We will measure success, and we will do the fundraising for it. The fact that we've got these 12 charities working as our delivery partners with this initiative is a very, very significant strength. So we're going to have a busy 12 months ahead of us.
Yeah, coordinating that sounds incredible. And as you say,
it sounds horrific, James.
It's very worthwhile, though. Is there a statue that's just gone up in?
Yes, that's the statue of knives. I think that's organised by various police authorities. It was in Welwyn Garden City a couple of weeks back, and I think it appeared in local media, newspapers.
Yeah.
And that's just to get the message across how number of knives in that sculpture must be thousands. And
so you're going to be coordinating that. That sounds like a huge piece, which I'd be delighted to support with through the podcast if we can. When you start launching that.
That'd be very helpful. It is a huge task, but Jim Tatchell and I have got extensive experience in the charity sector. We know what's required. We know it's not going to be easy, but we're prepared to get stuck in.
Fantastic. And you're still going to be doing the walk? Are there any other events?
Absolutely. We will continue all the events. There's walks, so we're looking at, there's parachute jumps, there's perhaps a large event at some point. So we'll continue with all that, support the 12 charities we're working with, deliver their normal services.
Fantastic. And if people are listening to this and they are keen to get involved and keen to support, what's the best route for them to help the work that you're doing?
I think registering their interest through the Helping Hearts website must be the best route.
Okay. And what kind of things would you be looking for people to do to volunteer?
It could well be volunteering with some of the charities that will be doing a lot of educational things, visiting schools, talking to school kids. So there may be some involvement in that. We haven't actually worked through, James, all the detail, but I can assure you if people want to get involved, there'll be jobs to be done.
Yeah, I think from what this podcast has only been going for a couple of months now, but from the people that I've been speaking to, the amount of community goodwill there is out there, I'm sure across Hertfordshire it's the same, but in Bishop Stortford there seems to be this kind of groundswell of people who are trying to make the community better and trying to invest their time and their ideas in doing so, and it's really refreshing to hear so many people coming together.
As you've said, that is the case across the whole county. We've very religiously kept our activities to the boundaries of the county, so we're able to measure success. And there's no point doing things unless you can measure success.
Fantastic. Well, listen, as I said, I'd be delighted to support through the podcast as much as I can. The efforts that you've put in over the last few years has been incredible. So thank you for your efforts, and to Jim and to the whole team. I'm sure everyone in Bishop Stortford and Hertfordshire would do the same. And let's see how we can do even more through your new initiative.
I start my training. Jim and I are doing another 150-mile walk over 12 days in May. This will be our fourth one, I think.
Oh wow! In the UK?
Sorry.
In the UK? Through
yes, around. We've got 12 unique walks of about 14 miles in Hertfordshire, and they span across the whole county. Obviously, there's one in Bishop Stortford, there's one in Royston, there's one in St Albans. And if people would like to walk with us, that would be fantastic, because we need all the encouragement we can to get. Day one is always the most difficult, and it's so wonderful to finish the 150 miles that we've done religiously for the last number of years.
When's the date of your first walk next year?
I don't know the exact date, but it will be early May, end of June, end of April, early May.
Fantastic.
But again, that will be well promoted on the website.
Great. So you're resting up now, and then
not resting. No, we're in training.
You're in training, right?
Serious training.
Awesome. Well, we'll support that, and when you get started, we can give you a shout out, so to get some eyeballs and to support, and see if we can get
Fantastic.
along to some of those events as well. Can you, just for those people that are listening in, can you give the website out loud? We'll put it in the show notes as well, but can you just share the website?
It's helpinghearts.com, and it's HERTS, not HEARTS.
Okay. We'll put a link to that in the show notes so that if anybody's interested in supporting the work that Gordon and Jim's doing, they can do that for the walk and also volunteering for your new initiatives that is coming up. I'm sure there's going to be people that are interested.
And as well as the energy required to do each leg of the walk, there's tremendous conversation goes on in the walks. You're meeting lots of different people every day. There'll be representatives from the charities we're supporting with us, and you'll be able to hear exactly what they do.
I think that'll give you energy enough to keep
it does.
Going. I'm sure. Gordon, thank you so much for that. Are you ready for some Stortford Spotlight questions now?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
Quick pause. If you've ever looked in the mirror and just not felt like yourself, this one's for you. Local business owner Sue Tillett at All About You has been helping women in Bishop Stortford feel confident, beautiful and seen for over 16 years. From brows and lashes to wedding makeup and empowering masterclasses, it's not about trends, it's about you. Head to allaboutyou.uk.com and let her know the podcast sent you. Look good, feel like yourself again, support local. Right, back to the show.
These are 3 questions that we ask every guest that come on the show, all about Bishop Stortford and shining a light on people in the community. First question, if you could put one sentence on a billboard in Jackson Square, what would it say and who do you think needs to hear it the most?
Right, my sentence is going to be very short, James. And what I would put up on that board is, if you can, you should. And I think that's, and who should listen to that? There are so many people already helping in Bishop Stortford and the county at large, but there's many more that could help. And there's many more just need to devote a bit of energy, a bit of direction to helping others. So if you can, you should, it would be my sentence.
Fantastic line. And yeah, as you say, there are lots of people that do. And we need to make it as easy as possible for other people to support, which
Absolutely.
Which I think we
There's a positive, it's really a positive statement.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things that you might just kind of glance up to and you think, yeah, let's do something. Let's support. Yeah. Okay. Question number 2, Gordon. Where do you go in Stortford that you secretly hope never gets too popular?
Right, it's a very general reply to that question. My answer would be the negativity zone. There are so many people that criticize others. You listen to the news, you don't hear good news in the news, it's all negative. Obviously, some of it now we discover fabricated. So really, we should get rid of this negativity zone and all have positive outlook on life.
Do you think in Bishop Stortford in particular, that's something?
No, it's not. It's a general statement, as I say. It's not. The people that I interface with are all very positive, I must say, but there is negative thinking.
There's a lot of negative thought out there, and yes, we're trying to shine a light on the positive and to show the community in the best light. But how would you encourage people to move away from that zone, maybe?
How would you encourage them to do it? I think they've got to start thinking what they can do and what they can do best, and don't come up with negative thoughts as to why you can't do it. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. If Jim and I had negative thoughts at the start of the Helping Herts thing, we wouldn't be here.
And I think also in the community, there's enough people out there that can help and support. So if you want to do something, reach out to someone. And there's going to be people that can kind of point in the right direction to supporting. So I like how your ideas are coming together. I'm sure that there's a strategy here, Gordon.
I think it's my outlook in life, James.
Yes, exactly. Okay, last question. Who's doing something special in town that more people need to know about?
Right. We've got some really dedicated counsellors. We've got some very dedicated support workers. And we've some very dedicated charity workers. And I think the greater population of Bishop Stortford need to be aware of everything they're doing. Councillors continually get criticised They have put themselves forward to do public service, and it is not easy. It's not something I've gone down, although I've sort of touched on it in places. But these people need to be congratulated and encouraged.
Fantastic. Yes, there are lots of those kind of people in town. And as you said, you have drawn a circle here, because there are lots of people that criticize the work that they're doing, but rather than criticizing, they can take action and do something for themselves in town and to help support the community.
I think the councillors, the sort of people in public office, is the people that I feel most sorry for. You never hear a positive conversation about what they do. And they put hours and hours of volunteer work into that function. And they need to be encouraged. Their successes need to be promoted, and they've got to be encouraged.
Let's get them on the podcast. We'll get them on the podcast, ask them talk through the work.
That's a good idea,
and we can shine a light on them. I'm happy to support with that. And there are lots of initiatives in town that people have worked on, and we can shine a light on that.
Yeah,
I'll get my grey cells thinking how we can get them into the podcast. That'd be fantastic. Okay, Gordon, thanks for that. Last question. Sorry, I know I said the last one was the last question, but if you say again, where's the best place to follow you online and find out all about Helping Herts?
Well, my email address is gmorrison@chaldean.co.uk, and I'm happy that you put that up on the podcast as well, James. People can contact me. Please contact me with positive thoughts, not negative ones. And on the Helping Herts website as well, you'll see what we're doing, and you can respond to the various initiatives. You can volunteer to jump out of an airplane, for example, abseil. You can volunteer to walk, or you can volunteer to help some of the charities we're working.
You just mentioning those two things that involved height has made my palms start to sweat. I'm happy to do the horizontal work, but anything that's abseiling or jumping out of a plane, literal moisture has started to.
We did our first parachute jump event last year. Unfortunately, the weather was bad, and we had to split it up over a number of days eventually. But the excitement, the enthusiasm, the nervousness was wonderful to share.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll get you up there, James.
Maybe. There'll be lots of people out there that are listening in that think, oh, yeah, we can do that, though. So that's the idea. Let's share it out and get people involved. That's wonderful. That's a wrap. Gordon, thank you so much for joining us today on the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast.
Okay, thank you, James, and good luck with your initiative you've set up.
Thank you very much. If you're listening and watching this episode with Gordon, the best way to support us, the best way to support the show is to hit follow, leave a quick review wherever you're watching or listening to this on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Share it on your social media channel, or share it with someone in town who you think should hear it that might not be on social media. And if you know a local legend, just like Gordon, who's investing in the community and making the world a better place, that you think we should feature next, drop their name in the comments. I can reach out to them and try and get them on the show. Thanks again, Gordon, for joining us on the podcast. Go out there, and as Gordon says, if you can, you should. Think about that today. Thank you again, Gordon.
Okay, thank you, James. Bye.
If you run a business built on trust, but your website's full of stock photos and silence, we need to talk. True Tone Testimonials helps coaches, consultants, and other service providers turn real client stories into high-converting video content. No scripts, no fluff, just honest words from real people who already love what you do. They're professionally filmed and ready to drop onto your site or into your socials. Head to truetonetestimonials.card.co. Let your clients do the selling. Okay, support local. Let's get back to the show.